a pivotal moment in time. There's not just one drug coming out of the pipeline, there's a handful of drugs coming out of the pipeline. This is an opportunity to have an entirely new regimen. Then it won't matter if you're MDR or XDR. We need more collaborative research early. We need companies to stop working in isolation, and we need to get access to these new drugs, a new regimen, less toxic, cheaper, one that works sooner.
Kumeza, would you like to talk a little bit about the number of pills you took in order to complete your treatment?
Almost like 20,000, 30,000 drugs from 2010 till now.
In 2011, there was an estimation of 630,000 MDR-TB patients potentially over the world. And just 1 in 5 diagnosed and put on treatment. Where does it lead us? To a very limited market. Limited market with a low demand, of course, reduced incentives to pharmaceutical companies to enter this market, also to increase their production capacity, or even for some of them, just to stick to international quality standards for their production. Improvements on this pricing problem can come from using market dynamics, competition between manufacturers, even though it's a little market. It worked after some pressure. Just last year, the price of moxifloxacin, which is a key medicine for the RTB, dropped by 60% because more competitors enter the production of that single medicine.
We need drug companies to stop blocking TB indication. We need drug companies to stop blocking generic competition that we know can help lower the price of drug DRTB regimens. We need funding for DRTB and TB programs, including the Global Fund replenishment. We also need a change in the R&D model if we are going to be able to realize, again, what is truly needed, which is a new DRTB regimen, so that we don't allow patents to be an access to innovation or to access, so that we can have drug companies collaborating, developers collaborating, so that rather than experiencing only one drug coming out of the pipeline at a time, we can have a whole entire regimen. We also need patent pooling, again, to proactively ensure that intellectual property rights no longer are a barrier. And we need funding for R&D. You heard yesterday from a report, for the first time, funding for R&D for TB has reduced. In order to truly incentivize and leverage new developers coming into the market, we need to address the market failure by upfront paying for some of the R&D costs. And we must delink the cost of R&D from the price, no longer rewarding innovation with a patent monopoly that keeps prices artificially high and out of the hands of the world's poor for 20 years.